Hey, it's Marie Forleo, and you are watching MarieTV, the place to be to create a business and life you love. And this is the MarieTV Call-In Show, and this is my friend Zach Bliss, and we are here to hopefully offer some guidance and some insight to some of our beautiful folks in the audience with their questions. Are you ready to do this?
I am.
Let's go.
Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yay!
yay.
Now we can hear you. Yay! Who's this?
This is Laura.
Hi, Laura.
Hey, Laura.
We are so excited to have you on the MarieTV Call-In Show.
Me too. Thank you.
So tell us your question, and we're here to give our best to help you out.
Great. So I've been in business part-time, creating events for women that bring nature, lifestyle, and yoga together, and I've been doing this for 7 years. I'm currently working as a nanny and also a freelance math and chem tutor while this business grows. Recently, I've had a lot of success, amazingly, and I'm really grateful for it. For example, this summer, I'll be leading 4 sold out. I'm gonna start tearing up. 4 sold out yoga and kayaking trips.
Woo! We're confettiing. Congratulations.
And that was with the help of B School. So thanks a lot.
Awesome, Laura.
I feel so inspired to work more in my business, and I feel a lot of momentum. And I also feel tired and worn out by working as a nanny. I'm wondering if it's the right time to take the leap and drop nannying and focus more on my business. What do you think?
Awesome question, Laura. As you know, this is something that many of us face at certain points in our career, especially when we're doing our multi-passionate thing and we've got lots of jobs that are helping us stay afloat as we build our dream business. So you're a B schooler, which is awesome, and congratulations on your success. So there's 2 things I want to remind you of. One, as we talk about a lot in B School, it's so important to me, both on the show and in our programs, that I am doing everything I can to give you the tools to know how to make great decisions for yourself, right? Because neither myself or anyone out there has a crystal ball to be able to predict whether something is actually going to work. But what we do have is your inner wisdom, and we do have tools and strategies to help you make the wisest decisions based on your circumstance, based on what's happening in your life right now and where you want to go. So first thing I want to notate for you is that once you get yourself in front of a laptop again, please Google search Marie Forleo and how to make great decisions. There's an awesome MarieTV episode that gives you 4 tests to really help yourself be able to decide if this is the best time for you. And there's some writing involved. There's some different strategies that I want you to really deploy for yourself. But the thing that I want to tell you is this. Having the confidence to make that leap, to be able to drop your nannying job, is really going to come down to 2 things: intuition and your financial numbers. Your comfort with how confident you are that you'll be able to meet your financial responsibilities and obligations and continue to build your business. I can hear in your voice, my love, that it sounds like the nannying piece, as you've told us, is probably the thing that's the most taxing in terms of your energy and in terms of your time. I love that you told us that you also do some tutoring as well. So it might be possible for you to keep the tutoring going, right? To have that cash flow coming in as your business is continuing to expand. And then perhaps at some point in the very near future, it's just going to be all business all the time, which it sounds like that's where your heart wants to go. Is that right?
Yeah, it is.
Great. When you tap into your body right now, I'm curious, when you imagine yourself letting go of the nanny position, what comes up for you in your body? Do you feel expansive, even if it's a little scary, or does something in you feel like you have a pit in your stomach and it pulls back and says no?
So what I'm feeling is about 60% of me feels expansive and like, yeah. And then about 40% of me feels a little contracted and scared.
Now, if you dug into that a little deeper and just answer intuitively, is any of that around your connection to the family and to the child, or the familiarity of doing that position for as long as you've done it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because you strike me as someone who's very big-hearted, and especially in a position like that, I would imagine not only is it about the income that you bring in, but there's also a lot of beauty in the connection with the family and with the children. And what I would love you to do after we get off this call, that's why I referred you to that MarieTV, because I really want you to do some writing on paper and really kind of peel this back for yourself, because I'm clear, Laura, you're on an upward trajectory, right? And what's going to be so awesome for you in making this decision for yourself is taking the time to really parse through how you feel and your feelings and looking at the finances so that you make a wise decision based on the holistic picture and based on your real true feelings of who you are right now and where you want to go. Here's one thing I know about endings. They don't have to be bad. Endings can be beautiful. Whether you're wrapping up a position, whether you're leaving a relationship, it's a romantic relationship or a friendship or anything like that. When we walk away from things, so many times we can feel this deep sense of loss or potential regret, not knowing if we're doing the right thing or wondering if we're hurting people or leaving them in a lurch. But one thing I've learned over the years is that it's so possible to have beautiful endings. And it's possible for you to do so with preparation and compassion and leaving the folks that you're leaving in an even better position than they were when you first got with them.
Oh, I love that. Thank you for saying that.
You are so welcome. I could feel in my heart that at least a little bit of that 40% of the pit in your stomach and resistance is around that piece of it for you. And just know you don't have to rush anything. You know, if you decide that it's time for you to move on from this position, you don't have to do it immediately. You can create a timeline that works for everyone. But it feels to me, just out of hearing your voice and how you've described your situation, that you're excited about this leap. And I do want to say this. When I left all of my side jobs to run my business full time, I was terrified and excited at the same time. So I had looked at all my numbers. I knew it was time, and I still felt this sense of sadness and fear because, quite frankly, I really enjoyed working in restaurants, and I loved bartending, and I loved being with people, and I also loved my career in dance and fitness. I loved my students. I loved traveling. I loved teaching dance each and every week. And so there was a little bit of mourning that had to happen for closing down that chapter of my life. But when you know, you know, and again, those 4 tests in that MarieTV will really help you solidify for yourself if this is the right time, then you just have to take a deep breath, have total faith that you're moving in the right direction, and trust, especially with B-School and your other community, we've got your back.
Thank you so much. And I love that you said something about going at my own pace, and like it doesn't have to be an abrupt change. That feels really comforting and like doable.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's, you know, sometimes in life we have to tear off that Band-Aid, right? There's certain situations where it's actually wise to move fast. And then other times you're not weak if you want to go slower to have a transition. Sometimes that's really the most beautiful, respectful, loving thing that you can do for all parties involved, including yourself. I feel like my friend Zach here, you know Zach from MarieTV, you want to say something. I can feel.
Oh, no, I can identify. I mean, there's so many times when the hardest part of letting go of other things is not because you don't like them, it's because you love them so much, but they really are energetically taken away from your bigger goal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like time for you to move on.
Yeah.
So hopefully, Laura, this was helpful to you. We'll be cheering you on, and you have everything you need inside of you to make the wisest and best decision for you. Trust that.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And congrats on your success. Keep us posted, my love.
All right, I will.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Hi. Who's this?
Hi, this is Ayelet.
Hi, Ayelet. It's Marie and Zach and the whole MarieTV crew.
Hi. Oh my goodness.
So good to hear your voice. Thank you for being on. Zach's just throwing confetti at me and himself, and we're just having a party because you're here. How can we help you, my love?
I can feel it. Actually, like apropos to my question, I am getting in the car to drive all my children someplace. I have a business, and it's going well. And then I had to scale back because I was like not able to keep everything going, and I totally burned out. And I have all of this stuff that I want to be able to accomplish and bring out into the world. And I don't know how to balance everything.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I can feel your big heart in so many ways. I can feel your big heart as a mom. I can feel your big heart as someone who wants to contribute so much to others and someone who has incredible ideas on how to heal and help. So we love you for that. A couple things that I'll share is this is so common, this feeling of wanting to do it all, but not having the bandwidth or the space or the understanding. Like, you wish you had 48, 72 hours in a day rather than just 24. Many of us can relate. So a few things that I want to share that has helped me over the years. One is you very well may be able to do it all, just not at one time. So we all have different stages of our lives, right? And different seasons. And for you, I think what's going to be so interesting is for you to perhaps do some journaling, do some meditating, do some thinking, carve out some space so that you can have some peace and quiet. And I know right now there's a lot going on, and that's really cool. We're going to talk right through it because this is real life. This is how it goes. But my point is, there's a saying I live my life by, and it helps me keep my sanity, and it helps me stay on track, and it helps me to feel that I'm doing my best work, and I am doing so not under stress or duress or strain. And that idea is this: when you know what's important, it's a lot easier to ignore what's not. So for you, getting super clear on what's most important to you at this particular stage in your life, I think is going to help bring a sense of peace and clarity. You're not going to be able, given the fact that you have a beautiful growing family and that you have, you're a mom of 6, right?
Oh, I lost you for a second.
Oh, no worries. No worries. That's just technology. You're a mom of 6. Yeah. Yes. So you've got
hear some of them in the background.
Exactly. You've got a big, beautiful family, and you've got a mission, and you've just got a soul and a human being yourself to take care of. So here's my assignment for you. Take some time, Ayelet, and write down, if I could just focus on 3 things in my life right now, what would those 3 things be? It might be your health, it might be being a great mom, and there might be one particular aspect of your business that you really want to nurture and focus on. Businesses are like families all in of themselves, right? Because there could be 10, 15, 20 projects that we want to make happen. Even I, who do not have 6 children, would not do that to myself in terms of my business. We focus on one thing at a time. It's a little strategy I like to call simplify to amplify. Because when you've got so much chaos happening, it's impossible to not only give your best to anything, but to feel your best and to contribute and to actually enjoy the process. And I think that that's one of the most important things. So I joke about it. Like, my secret to getting it all done is actually that I don't. There are times in my life, especially over the past 6 months or so, where typically, I like to keep a pretty neat and tidy house. I like no dishes in the sink. I don't want any dust bunnies rolling around. And my life has been such over the past 6 months that I just didn't give a fuck. Like, seriously, the house was going to get dirty as it was going to get. And I was going to let myself off the hook from trying to be superwoman so I could focus on the true things that were important, which is my relationship and some creative projects. Any of this resonating for you, my love?
It is. It is. Yeah. Because I found, the parts of the story of the, you know, the success stories and yours in particular that I always find so inspiring are like, you know, I like you've said that you worked however many jobs to, you know, to support yourself so that you could have the money for your, you know, so that you could not be stressed about getting clients and through building your business. And I just don't have the bandwidth to you know, or the budget to you know, to delegate a lot of things at this point in my life, or to focus on, you know, earning and, you know, earning a paycheck and working in my business and, you know, certainly not growing the business. So it's just so hard to so it is resonating, the idea of being more focused on just three things.
Yes, fewer things. And by the way, right, for all of us, we really do have different seasons of our lives. Sometimes those are true seasons, like winter and spring and summer and fall. Sometimes they're a little bit of a longer season, like it might be several years. I know that even in my own personal life with Josh, you know, our lives looked much differently when my stepson was in grammar school versus when he was in high school versus when he was in college, right? So there are different seasons where you just behave differently because that's what your beautiful life is calling you to do. So I don't want you to lose any of those big dreams. And it's not that you can't do it. I absolutely believe that you will, but I think you're going to accomplish so much more and you're going to feel so great about it if you relieve just some of that pressure from yourself and take a look at this full life that you have and decide what's really important to me at this stage. And I bet you, this is what my gut's saying, there's probably a laundry list of things that you think you should be doing or accomplishing right now that you don't have to. And if you focused on less, you'd actually feel more successful and you would get a lot more done.
Can I ask a follow-up question?
Of course.
To that?
Yeah.
So if I do want, you know, once you say it that way, I know what I need to focus on. I know which part of my business I need to focus on, and it's the part where it's the workshop that I run for helping mothers who have had traumatic births. But then my question is, if I get requests for, you know, if I get inquiries about the other aspects of the business that I try to focus on earlier, do I say no?
Yes, great follow-up question. So I want to tell you this even from my own business. And again, and I don't have 6 children, right? So you and I are in different situations. I say no 99% more of the time than I say yes. There are people that ask me for private coaching. There are people that ask me to contract for certain things where there's a lot of money involved. And I say no all the time. Why? Because I am living the same principle that I'm inviting you to explore for yourself. Simplify to amplify. When you know what's important, it's a lot easier to ignore what's not. You can decline those invitations. You can refer out to someone else who may be able to take great care of them. And you can do so with such a sense of love and grace and abundance because you know that we live in a truly abundant universe where those people will get taken care of and that you can stay focused on what brings you joy and what brings you peace and what allows you to contribute at the highest level.
I know you're right. I know you're right.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard for any of us to do because it's challenging to say no because we live in a culture that, you know, if you say no, then you're turning things away and you feel like you're saying either no to money or opportunities or growth. But I think that that's really a scarcity-minded view on the world. When you really do know what's important and you trust both yourself and the universe around you and you make those referrals, you know that folks are being taken care of. And I promise you, you are going to grow not only in your joy, but in your capacity to even handle more. It's like going to the gym, right? You're going to build up strength, you're going to build up stamina, and then you're going to see how much more you're going to be able to do and the impact that you'll make. Plus, I can pretty much guarantee you're going to earn more money in less time.
It resonates, Marie. It really does.
Well, we are sending you so much love. You are doing such good work. I'm here with Zach, who's just about to be a first-time dad by the time this airs.
I'm really happy that this came up today.
His beautiful baby may be here in the world, which we're so excited about. So we are sending you so much love. Please keep us posted, and we'll be here to support you.
I will. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome, love. Well, that was some beautiful stuff today, Zach. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for touching the table.
And I'm going to touch my confetti, and I want to thank you, as always, for watching. So I'm curious, out of our 2 callers today and all the things that we discussed, what resonated with you the most and why? And most important, how can you turn that insight into action starting right now? Now, as always, the best conversations happen over at the magical land of MarieForleo.com, so head on over there and leave a comment now. While you're there, if you're not yet, please subscribe to our email list and become an MF Insider. You're going to get instant access to an audio I created called How to Get Anything You Want. It's really good. You'll also get some exclusive content, special giveaways, and some personal updates from me that I don't share anywhere else. Stay on your game and keep going for your dreams, because the world really does need that special gift that only you have. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time on MarieTV. Woo! Hey, are you ready to bring your dream business to life? Is it finally time to make the difference you were born to make? Good, because we can help. Get started now at joinbschool.com.
I'd like to change my voice for this call-in show. Okie dokes.
You're great. As long as you look so handsome and you're smiling, and that's what it's about.
Dance, monkey, dance.